All right, welcome back to another episode of Penny Help Jess. We are doing nickels and dimes. We did quarters for yesterday's video, episode 571. This is episode 572. It took about a half an hour for me to go through the quarters, so that's why I could not do them in the same episode for obvious reasons. And I think we got plenty of change here. This is the change from what I get from when I go to the store and I use cash. Now, I am nowhere near a expert on nickels, dimes, quarters. I did explain all of that in the previous episode, but I do know how to identify a repunch mint mark, a die clash, off centered, die chips, and stuff like that. So let's see if we find anything interesting. Obviously, if you see something that I don't, right? So you see a repunch mint mark, you see a double die, then just let me know in the comments below. Hey, you missed um, war nickel, whatever the case may be. If you see something that I don't see, you can add a timestamp, right? And then me and everyone else who's viewing your comment can 60. Oh, that's beautiful. You think that's a strike through? It's a 64. What year? Oh, what's that? What is it? Odd. Wow. What is? Let me look at that under the loop. I don't. What year is silver? I thought war nickels were like in the 40s. Yeah, I don't know if those are strike throughs or not. They could be. It is pretty cool looking. I will put it to the side. Let me very quickly Google silver nickels. Yeah, so 40, 42, 43, 44, and 45. So that's it as far as I can see there. Look at these cool. Look at that edge. Oh, that's sick. 76. I have to look at that D under the loop too. No, I don't think that is, but I do like the reverse. Hmm. All right. Well, one thing I can say, if I don't move my rear end, this will take forever. So somehow I have to be diligent enough to correctly analyze and investigate each coin. No rim, misaligned die. And oh, look how beautiful this is. Oh, this looks like uncirculated. It's a 1960. Oh, that's a beauty, man. What a beauty. What an absolute stun. I don't think it's a proof, but that's that's a beauty. Might be. I don't know. I don't think so. That's a beauty. That was a nice find. I'll put that into a flip. Someone had, since they're not making pennies anymore soon, 58. That's an old one. Someone suggested to start doing nickel roll hunting. Now I got plenty of pennies to. I probably have enough pennies to get me straight through to my YouTube plaque and beyond and beyond. My YouTube plaque and beyond. All right, we're almost at what 16,000, and it's not quite 2 years the channel's been going. Maybe we'll hit like it'd be nice if I could do 10,000 a year, and we hit 20,000 in 2 years, and then 8 more years, and I'll hit the 100,000 mark. Unless there's some sort of a spike or some sort of decline, then that would obviously change. But I got plenty of pennies for the next 10 or so years. Oh, look at that! I thought I saw. Oh, I thought I saw something. Look how smooth. Look how smooth that edge is. Is that normal? I guess so. Wow. Look how smooth. Almost like steel. $19.80. So yeah, probably will not switch to nickels, but I will go through them as I'm doing now. When I have, it takes about 6 months to get this much change. And who knows, um, that might actually go up because they're not going to be using pennies, so that everything's going to be nickels and dimes. Now look at this 1960 versus the 1960 we found. What's that little dot? Oh, it's a scratch. Oh, scratch. All right, I'll keep them together just for the video I do later to show. All right, we're almost done with the nickels. I did not see any errors. Again, if you saw anything, let me know in the comments below with a timestamp. That would be great. Here's our last nickel. Now we're going to start on the dimes. Or you can see the steps on this one. I hardly ever see the steps. All right. Look at the color on the first one I pick up. Look at the color. That it looks like, again, gunmetal. It looks like it's missing clad. That's an interesting dime. For some reason, dimes are a little easier than quarters and nickels as far as to find errors. Dimes are closer, in my opinion, to like pennies. Oh. Oh, super cool, man. Super cool. Let's look at another dime and compare what the bottom is supposed to look like versus what the one we just found. Super cool. Think it was just smushed? I don't know. Cool looking though. And I believe the silver ones are 64 and older. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Also, we'll keep an eye out for the die clashes on the reverse. Look at the top of his head. That's lost. Yeah, I like dimes. If I was to say there was a second coin that I liked next to the penny, it would be the dime. Obviously, I remember when I think silver dimes were like $1. They were like $1 each, and now I think they're at least $2 for Roosevelt's misaligned die. For Roosevelt's and Mercury's. Mercury's might be $3. 2025? No, I have not found a 2025 yet. Another misaligned die. $76. But again, it's 10x what a penny cost. I went to the bank a couple days ago and I got $30 in pennies, which is 60 rolls, obviously. And I think dimes are, let's say, it's either 40 or 50 dimes in a roll. Let's say it's 40. I think it's 50. I mean, whatever. If it's 50, you're talking about $5 a roll. So to get every 10 rolls is $50. So to get 10 rolls is $50. I mean, it's just it's too expensive for me. I mean, maybe to do it once in a while. I mean, just to break up, which is what I'm doing now. It's what I'm doing now. I'm breaking up the monotony. Yes, every once in a while I could do it, a couple times a year. That's really about it. I think I found only one or two silver dimes in the past couple years. I see that on his nose. I guess if somebody is filling a dime album or a nickel album, I guess that would also make the hunting a little bit more interesting. I've done a couple albums in my life, and they're time consuming, and they're distracting. Someone asked me once, "Oh, when are you going to do another um, penny penny book hunt album fill?" They call it album fills. And like rate, you have instead of, it becomes a distraction, right? Because instead of looking for errors, you're looking for dates, and that for me, that's a problem. I would rather just go on and buy it off somebody else, to be honest with you. Now, for the person who's not looking for errors, that's pretty cool looking. You know what I mean? That you're not into errors, you're into filling albums, then that's fine. Then that's a great hobby, really cool and interesting to do. And but as far as like as a collectability, I just buy it. To be honest with you, I think they're cheap, like $20 with all the dates and all the steals and everything. Right? Let me look it up. How much is a penny filled album? $37, $33 best offer. Canadian for $15. You know, $40, $50. Well, you know what I'm saying? I just buy it. If I really, really want one, I'll just buy it. But I could. So anyway, my point was that these penny roll hunting, court dime roll hunting, it takes a lot of concentration. It takes a lot of concentration, and if you're gonna do things that are distracting, you're 100% gonna miss errors. I've missed so many errors, and then when I came back to do the short videos, I seen errors that I couldn't believe that I missed. So imagine if I was looking for dates on top of that. That was pretty cool. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. That is the end of the two-parter. We did the quarters, we did the chain separation, and now we did the dimes and nickels. Now I have an empty. Well, I'm putting them back in here only because I need something to carry them down to the basement to put into the water jug. So here they go. They're going back in, and then from now, because this is my jar for my pens, my brushes, my markers. Right, so it was almost filled up, and the pens didn't fit in. So this is probably about, I don't know, 20-30 bucks. A lot of quarters in there, maybe 40, who knows. So I'll put this into my water jug. All right, thank you for watching. Hopefully everybody liked, clicked, and subscribed. God bless. See, this is episode, I believe, 572. I will see you in 573.